Okay, so let's continue our conversation about selling at a live event or even a teleclass virtual event. What we're going to talk about today is when. When do you sell? Okay, well, we have a couple options, right? Where we are giving a teleclass that's only an hour long, or a live event that's 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours long, like I did years ago, or we are giving a long seminar, a full day or 2-day seminar. So the question is, when do we make our offer in these situations? So the first one, let's talk about the first one. So you're giving an hour-long teleclass or a 90-minute teleclass. When do you do the offer? Well, you want to make the offer right before you give them something that they really, really, really want. All right, so you're going to make sure that they are rooted, that they're staying there. For instance, with my 12 sentences class, I do a pre-class, before that a pre-teleclass, and I say to everybody, the promise is that at the end of this free class, you are going to get all 12 sentences. And that is something people want because the whole premise of 12 sentences is that you consolidate your entire business into 12 sentences. The questions, the 12 questions that your prospects have in the back of their minds all the time. How are you going to answer? And are you going to answer concisely? And if you can answer concisely, it means you know your business cold. Questions like, how are you different from everybody else? Why should I buy now? Why should I buy over doing nothing? These are some of the 12 sentences. And I say to everybody, I'm going to give you all 12 of them at the end of the call. So they have to stay on through the offer because let's face it, some people are in this first category, right? From yesterday's video or the day before, whenever it was that you watched that video, where I talked about this group of people who hate to sell and hate to be sold to, and they have tons of judgments about what it means to be sold to, so they hang up, right? Or they, whatever, maybe they don't have a problem with selling, but they just don't want to stay on through the sales, right? So what you want to do is give them something to hang on for, and you give that at the very end. And then how I always end any kind of experience is to end it with a final message, an inspirational final message. So this is what you want to do if you are giving a rather short pre-class, whether it's live or whether it's virtual. Now, what about if you're doing a longer program? When do you fit in this offer? Well, first of all, you want to do it after a particularly high energy piece that you've been doing with people. And if you watched all my other videos, then you know that high energy is absolutely key. You have got to be energetic and passionate when you are on a teleclass especially, but also when you are in a live event. So you are going to have an especially high energy piece that is then going to move into the offer. One particular offer, okay? And that offer is then going to blend into a break. So you want to have a high energy piece, then your offer, then a break. Always make sure that your offer in these longer programs comes right before a break. All right. Now, the last thing I want to talk about quickly is how often should you sell in a seminar, in a longer seminar. That is certainly your call, but we don't want to go over here from the video that I did the other day. You don't want to be over here in the pitch fest world at all. So you want to, if it's your own live event and it's a 2-day perhaps, then maybe 2 offers. One could be an offer, and the first offer should be for a product. A product that is, easily $100 or less. Okay, so you want to have the first be something of a product that they can handle and hold and feel excited about. And then later on in the program, on the second day or towards the very end, if it's just a 1 day, that's when you're going to give your bigger program. Now here's a big mistake that I see many, many people making. Top internet guru mistakes. They don't understand the art and the psychology of sales, believe it or not. I mean, they might be making a lot on the internet, but in a live event and when they're working with people, they don't understand this. You cannot have people in a room with you for only an hour and a half or even 2 hours and sell them something that's like $6,000. In 2 weeks, I've seen 2 top internet gurus do that. And it's just not good. It's not something that's going to be helpful to them. So make sure that what you offer them is kind of commensurate with how much time you're spending with them. After 2 days with somebody, with a group of people, then maybe you can sell them something that's $6,000. All right, so keep that in mind, that you want to have a lower end product first, then your higher end after you've spent a good long time with them. All right, until next time, I'm Lizabeth Phelps, the Brain Sticky Communications Expert.